Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Printivator, and today we're going to be going over the full cost of making clone trooper armor, from paint to filament, all the way to soft parts. So, let's get into it. Okay, so the first expense you're going to have is going to be the files that you're using. Now, you can get free files online, but they're definitely going to vary in quality. Sometimes they're going to be very, very good. Sometimes they're going to be extremely bad. My recommendation is to buy files for a large-scale project like this because you just don't want it to go wrong at any point. So I personally prefer to use Galactic Armory because they just have great files. They're set at a good price point, and I use them for all my Star Wars helmets and armors. Now, as a quick side note, the solicitor you're using is definitely going to make or break your print because there are some really high quality ones and some really low quality ones. Now, I personally use Kira because it's very reliable, it's easy to work with, and it's never steered me wrong, but there are many great options out there. Okay, so your second expense is going to be the actual material that you're using. Now, I opted for PLA just because it's a cheaper option and it's easy to work with, but you can really choose what's best for you. Now, PLA generally costs around $22 to $25 per kilogram. I used about 6 to 8 rolls for the entire project, including all my failed prints, but I'm a pretty tiny person. I'm about 5'6", 5'7", so you're really going to have to measure it for yourself. Your third expense is going to be all of your post-processing equipment. Now, this is going to be your fillers, your primers, all your sandpaper, and your spray paints. Now, this is going to cost a little bit of money, but the end result is totally worth it. Okay, so your sandpaper is going to run you about $20 to $30 depending on how much you use. This stuff is it really depends on how much you use and how big your armor is. Now, spray paints. Your spray paints online are going to cost you about $13 to $15 depending what you're getting. Now, for my clone trooper armor, I used black, white, blue, and gray. And that was 4, and that ran me about $60, give or take. So your filler primers and your sandable primers are also going to be a big part of this, very helpful part of this. You're going to want at least 1 can of each, and those are both going to run you about $20. And just as another quick side note, make sure that when you're painting to have a decently sized painter's box or a very large tarp, because I have an experience with taking spray paint out of concrete, and it's not fun. Now your fourth cost is going to be your harnessing system. Now I use some high strength polyester webbing, and that ran me about $13 on Amazon, very affordable. I also use clips to hold it all together, which was about $11, and they're very easy to use. All right, your fifth and final expense is going to be all your soft parts. And this costume only has 2, like shoes and an undersuit. Now, I opted to use a skiing undersuit because they're very stretchy, they're matte black, which is good, and they're designed to keep you warm, which is very important when you're wearing solid armor. Now, for the shoes, I use a nice simple slip-on from Amazon. These cost about $30, give or take, and they're just very comfortable, very simple to put on, easy shoes. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.